The gold standard of sports betting shows where we talk the talk and walk the walk. World Cup continues, Dan.
And it does. That it does. Much to the chagrin of Johnny Santrap one. Nobody cares about soccer, dude. Not American. Well, guess what? We got soccer best bets coming your way on the show here today. We also, for you non-caring and all American folks, Mets, Phillies, White Sox taking on the Yankees. We got best bets coming in that one. And then Andrew McInnis, if you don't like soccer, you're going to love CFL because we got CFL action coming your way. One of the best to do it, man. Absolutely. We're going to be talking BC Lions and then give you a Saturday play as well. So, Andy, how you doing today, brother? You know how we start every show. 30 seconds in, we got to get the folks a winner here, brother.
Yeah, this is a really good line. We're getting plus money on this. So we're going to go to the Mets and the Phillies, and we're going to take Bo Bichette. I believe you can take the over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs at a lot of juice, but I say let's take the 2.5 at the plus 120. He's been on fire. He's had 3+ hits, runs, RBIs in 7 straight games, and he gets a great matchup. Your boy, Dan, Aaron Nola, has been getting roughed up all year. Yeah, this month alone, 14 innings, 16 hits, 10 earned runs, 6 walks with only 3 strikeouts. And the cherry on top is that Bichette is 4 for 10 against Nola with a home run and a double in there. So he's got, I mean, it just checks all the boxes. It's one of those, it's like, what am I missing? What am I missing? But Bo Bichette over 2.5 is going to be the play of the day at plus 120.
Yeah, sometimes you're not missing much, and sometimes it just makes sense. I love the plus money that we're getting here, and anytime we get to fade Aaron Nola, you know I am interested, Andy. So let's go. Let's ride. And that game we'll be talking a little bit later with Joe Raineri. I'm looking forward to get his thoughts because that pitching matchup, that is an interesting one to say the least, my friend. I like it. Let's go. WagerTalk Today, play of the day.
Yeah, we're missing Yanni, so we're going to do an impromptu abbreviated Steam report here, and then Dan and I are going to go over all of the World Cup games for today. So big move on the early game. The Red Sox open minus 113. I'm seeing minus 135s in some places, so they are loving themselves. Some Boston Red Sox, a little bit of movement on Milwaukee, a little bit of movement on Minnesota. Looks like the best line in Baltimore and Seattle is all over the place. I see a minus 129 and I see a minus 155. So whatever side you like, just shop around. You'll get you'll get your favorite number on that one. A little bit of money on the Phillies, man. Wow. Okay, have fun with that. Just have fun with that. Money coming in on the Braves. A little bit of money coming in on the Royals. And a little bit on the Athletics, but not too much in that game. I don't see much movement on any totals. I guess you could say there's a movement on the over in St. Louis, Kansas City, maybe a little bit on the under San Francisco, Atlanta, but the totals in baseball seem to be holding strong.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, let's go to, do we have it? I didn't even look. Do we even have WNBA tonight?
It's one game. We have one game on the board, and of course, it seems like they try and make this Caitlin Clark thing happen, right? 2 nights ago, the one game on the board was a fever game, and now one game on the board again, it's a fever game. So,
I'm just saying, you would be surprised how little buzz there is of her in Indianapolis. She's not doing a great job of winning over the fans. There's a lot of arguing with the coach on the bench, whining, complaining. I feel bad for her. I wouldn't wish those expectations on anybody. I mean, she literally came in and the league was like, save us. And then but she's not doing herself any favors. And I'm telling you, the buzz is kind of gone here locally. And if the buzz is gone locally, nationally, it probably is as well. Although she does have the absolute funniest, most ridiculous technical foul called on her in the history of WNBA. The one where she chases the ball down and gets called for a delay of game was the single best technical foul. That was the "Are you kidding me?" tonight. So, and we do have a play up for clients in this game tonight. So,
Love it.
We're going to scrap all around the world here, guys, and we're just going to talk about the World Cup games. So let's break it down here. Dan, we got a game that's going right now. Czech is already up 1-0 on South Africa. That line's gone minus 425 now for Czech to win. Switzerland, Bosnia. Any thoughts on this game? Looks like Switzerland minus 180, Bosnia plus 500.
Yeah, this is one I just don't really want to get involved with. And then once we break down some World Cup here, folks, we're going to get to Joe Raineri and talk a little baseball here for you. But this is just one that I don't want to get involved with. If you look at what happened on match day 1, and obviously today is the start of match day 2, which means these teams are now in their second game. Switzerland drawing against Qatar was one of the more head-scratching ones. I know everyone was talking about the big Spain. Oh, my God. One that was just as head-scratching was Switzerland, who typically is a solid offensive side, heading into this tournament, they end up drawing against a Qatar team that really doesn't have any business even being here in this tournament. And then the bigger result, you could say, is Bosnia tying against Canada, who did come in with all kinds of expectations. So I know you soccer-hating fans will love it. This one likely ends up in a draw, Andy. Not one that I want to bet here. Maybe you look towards an under. The piece of the puzzle is, does Switzerland somehow just wake up offensively? I don't see how that happens against a Bosnia side who's actually pretty stout. And this is one of the very few, Andy, all European affairs here. Everyone thinks of soccer, the big European sport. I think this is one of 4 matches that is 2 European nations who will be facing off against each other in the group stage.
Draws plus 310. I don't hate it. You mentioned Qatar, Cater, but they face Canada. Canada, really big favorites here, minus 340. I do not see a draw in this one. I think Canada. I mean, there's got to be a little motivation here from Canada. They watched U.S. and Mexico get the wins at home, and they get a draw. So I think Canada drops a hammer here.
Well, Canada playing in Vancouver, and if they were to win this game here, as they're expected to, they're like a minus 400 favorite. I think that price is a little bit rich, to be honest with you. But if they do get a win on their home soil, it'll be Canada's first ever World Cup win. So there's a lot of reasoning of why you like Canada in a spot like this. And I mean, this is the easiest match that they have. This is the minnow of the group. You have Qatar, you have Qatar. They forced that 1-1 draw against Switzerland, but Canada has a solid offense. They came into this tournament really limping in. They're missing some of their best players. However, even so, you'd like them to see a little bit more offensive firepower. So, yeah, I'm with you. I think Canada gets the win. If you want to try and bet this one, maybe you look at Canada halftime and Canada full-time. That's a way to get that price a little bit more manageable for you. I think if they're not leading early, this is going to be another tight, cagey game for them. They don't want that. I think they'll aggress pretty early. Qatar's probably going to sit back in the back third, just look to play for another draw. Canada's going for broke, getting their first win, especially on home soil. I like Canada. Canada halftime, full-time, not an official bet for me, but if you're trying to make that a manageable price, that's probably a way to do that. Or you look towards maybe the both teams to score a Canada win to 0. I couldn't see Qatar, who mustered up a goal despite the fact they couldn't possess the ball, given the best shot against Canada here.
Yeah, I'm with you. There's a lot of ways to play Canada. I would say I would be disappointed if I did not make money off of Canada somehow. If I get burned, I get burned. But we also have a client play in that game as well. Nice prop that we really like. So.
Oh, yeah. Go over and check that out. WT.buzz/AL. The line is going to move. Have a prop we love in that Canada game.
And game of the day, Mexico, South Korea.
Oh, yeah.
I like the draw plus 230. Great game.
Now this was one I fought to make a client play, but Jan, who likes Mexico to make some noise in this tournament, who's the other half of the soccer department here, Andy, he's all Mexico'd up. But I just think this South Korea team, what was more impressive to me in the opening round? Mexico doing what they were supposed to do as a big favorite and beating South Africa 2-0. Okay, congrats. You got to ride the wave of the first World Cup game. Still against the South African side, you only mustered up 2 more shots than that South Africa team, whereas South Korea went toe-to-toe with a solid Czech side. They end up winning with a late goal, get that win there. So I think the fact that you're seeing you're able to get Korea on the double chance. You take them by a half goal, which means if this game ends in a draw or if Korea wins, you're cashing your bet. I wanted to make it a client play, Andy. It's one that I bet myself. I was overruled by Jan because he's Mr. Mexico, but I like South Korea tonight, upsetting Mexico. I'm not taking the outright, though. I'm going to take them on the double chance so I have that draw protection, because a draw on match day 2 after a win on match day 1 for South Korea is a fantastic result here. And they have the counterattack to make things a little bit dicey for Mexico. Both teams to score, I think, is also a way you can attack this one, but I'm looking at South Korea on the double chance.
All right. There's your World Cup fix. So we're rooting on Czech Republic for sure for the remainder of this game. So U.S. Open, I've been watching the U.S. Open all morning. The afternoon guys are probably going to get hosed. If you have bets on the afternoon guys, just watch out, because the morning isn't playing that difficult, but the wins are going to come in starting about 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. So it looks like, just like in 2018, one wave on the first day is just going to get absolutely hosed. So, all right, let's bring in Joe Raineri. We got to talk some baseball.
What up, Joe? Thanks for joining us, brother. I hit you on the side. I said, Yanni, he's moving from another tower to another tower, and Joe answers the mark, brother. How are we doing, man?
Par for the course there. Yanni, he'll move again in another 3 months, I'm sure, to some palace. So you understand how that all works. Let me ask you, is Team USA even still together? I'm not sure. Do they, who was president last time they actually played a match? I'm just curious, how, really, with the schedule here, World Cup? Really? Come on.
A full week in between games, although I'll tell you what, Team USA probably doesn't hate it since Christian Pulisic was banged up in that first game. So they're probably like, we'll take all the time. We'll play 2 weeks later. But yeah, scheduling here in the group stages has been a lot
not
to
an
be
issue. I'm guessing not an issue. It's not going to be a problem.
Joe, it's because they added a million different teams to make sure that Mexico, Canada, and USA moved on. So that's partially why you're seeing that here.
And move on, they will. Yep, unreal.
And that they will, man. Well, we can cleanse the palate. I know the chat has been going back and forth. Soccer, no soccer. What's more American than apple pie and baseball? And what's more American than the Mets playing the Phillies here? And what's more American, Joe, than 2 horrible pitchers? Yes, I'm saying horrible with Aaron Nola, because this one, not exactly the modicum of consistency that we're seeing on the mound. We have Mendea on one side, who his role is kind of shifting here, moving back into a starting role here for the Mets. And then you have Aaron Nola, who that guy is as up and down as they come. So interesting as they open a 3-game set here for the weekend, Joe. How do you see this one shaking out?
I don't know which Nola shows up here. I have no idea. I mean, nobody has been more inconsistent than he has. I thought maybe towards the end of May he started figuring some things out, and then, June hit, and it's like, oh my word, he is a total hot mess here. So not good. And listen, Manea's actually been pretty decent, but in a bulk role. Like he hasn't pitched a first inning in what? It feels like it's been a hot minute. He's only allowed 2 earned runs or less, I think, in 8 straight appearances. But again, he's been, there's been an opener, and then he's kind of come in and ate up some innings, and he's done halfway decent. But we all know, I mean, it's one thing to come in the second or third inning. It's a whole different animal to start the game here. So you got multiple, I think, double-digit winds blowing straight out at a lot of ballparks here tonight. But Citizens Bank is going to be absolutely a wind tunnel here. So which one of these pitchers is going to keep the ball in a ballpark? The answer is I have no idea. I don't think any of them are, including the bullpens here. So, yeah, no shock to you, Dan, that the bullpen having a little bit of issues there with Philadelphia. The Mets scored 9 finally at the Great American Ballpark yesterday. Yay, Mets. But it looks like Bichette has finally figured it out. Soto looks like he has figured it out. Hopefully some of the other guys will get it going. But in these conditions with these 2 starting pitchers, the total is 9.5 for a reason. And there's no way I'd be sweating out an under in this game. It would strictly be an overlook for me.
I don't even hate a first 5 over, to be honest with you, especially with that win early on before it dies down a little bit. So, yeah, over for me or pass in that one. I like the breakdown there. Joe, your Yankees, though, man, last 2 outings, can they let somebody else borrow some runs? 22 runs over these last 2 games against Chicago. Now they're looking for their second series sweep since they lost Aaron Judge. You think that can continue here, that offensive explosion, or do things finally calm down in the Bronx? What do you think, Joe?
It's crazy what they have done, right? Since Aaron Judge went on the IL. But listen, if guys like Bellinger, who have been crushing the ball, Paul Goldschmidt is now hitting over 400. He's got 4 home runs, 13 RBIs in his last 9 games. He's been crushing the ball. I mean, so the Yankees are getting impact from a lot of the guys not named Aaron Judge, which is what you got to do. They lost Grisham too, right? But again, you got these guys showing up, Spencer Jones. So these guys are starting to hit the ball, and it doesn't hurt that you're taking on the White Sox to great year, but give me a break. They have so been playing in over their head here, and a lot of that had to do with the fact that, Davis Martin is all of a sudden, an all-star and shutting teams down, except for when he landed in the Bronx 2 nights ago. That didn't work out all that well for him. You're rolling out Anthony Kay last night, who's throwing batting practice, and now you have Burke heading to the mound for the White Sox, and he's been great. I mean, over the last 2, the last 2 starts, he's only walked 10 guys. I think he's given up 7 runs, 9 hits. So he's at the top. What are we doing here? And Weathers on the other side, by the way, for the Yankees, this is the most amount of innings that this guy has thrown. And what are we in June? Over the last 7 years. Don't forget, this guy has been on the shelf. He's had injuries. He was out of the bullpen. Then he went back to be a star. You can start to see that maybe the fatigue is starting to kick in on him here a little bit, which is why he's 0-3 for his last 3 starts with nearly a 9 ERA. So when you put it all together, and we got 15-mile-an-hour dead out to center field wind blowing in the Bronx tonight, yeah, good luck sweating out an under in this one. This will be all about runs, and more runs for me with the Yankees and the White Sox tonight.
Joe, I've got I got a few topics I want to go over with you because we got some extra time, some impromptu. But first off, tell everyone what you have up on Thursday.
Well, I just talked to Brandon Sorsby, so I'm on. I am definitely going to. Is it too soon for that? It is too soon, isn't it? Sorry. He's going to be a Jet anyway. Who are we kidding? Locked and loaded here. Major League Baseball tonight, guys. 5-0 already this week. It's been a hell of a run over the last 40 days, up over 45 units. So that play locked, loaded, ready to roll over at WagerTalk.com. And we're doing a new video series as well each day called First 5, where I want nothing to do with bullpens. I just want to talk about the best market value in the first 5 markets, and that, too, is up over at WagerTalk.com. You can check that out each and every day.
All right, couple topics here. Does this bill in the Senate have any chance of passing this college sports bill where they want to cap how much athletes can make and put all this? Does this thing have a prayer?
Listen, like everything else that comes out of Congress in these situations, the headline will be one thing, the loopholes will be another. Ultimately, they'll all high five and we did something, we saved college football, and then you read like page 8,332 and you see the loopholes like, yeah, this is only for like 6 weeks, guys. And then all of a sudden it's going to be able to revert back and they're going to be able to pay everybody again. This is what they do time and time again. Look at us. We stepped up. We did something. We saved their. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. It's a multi-billion-dollar business is what it is that has been feeding off the only reason we're even in this spot, don't forget, is because the NCAA, made all of that money for all those years off the backs of football players, basketball players, and they wouldn't let anybody buy them a ham sandwich. Remember, all they wanted, all these student athletes ever wanted was simply, can we not get banned for the next 10 years because a dude bought me a sandwich? Like, is that? But the NCAA they were okay making all the money, but they wouldn't share it with anybody. Hence, why we're in this spot to begin with. So I don't know that you can put the genie back in the bottle ever with this, but good luck trying. Let's see what Congress will come out, because we all know that it'll look good on the headlines, but ultimately the meat and potatoes of whatever comes out of there is ultimately always going to give the money and the power back to the NCAA and the universities.
I was trying to think of some of the suspensions that are so laughable now. I mean, the Ohio State, he traded a ring for a tattoo, got in trouble.
Well, that was the last guy that was actually drafted in the supplement was Terrell Pryor. They ran him, Stresselman. They ran him out of Ohio State because he got a free tattoo. We're here because of that kind of crap the NCAA was doing back in the day.
Great.
Yeah. So, and they gave up a first rounder for him, so that worked out well.
My favorite is just aged. My favorite that's just aged so hilarious is Kelvin Sampson getting fired for too many text messages. Imagine saying that in 2026. You limited on how many text messages. Like if you just send one that says "okay," did that count against how many you can say? That would be funny. One of the things I like the Knicks. I love the Knicks team. I thought they were great. But the one person that I'm really bummed gets to celebrate is James Dolan. And is there anything this guy can't ruin? He just comes out today and he's like, nope, second apron, not an option. Nope, we're not spending money to keep this team together. No, you can't wait a month. You have to come out.
Well, at least he's honest.
Dolan.
I mean, at least he's honest. But listen, it's so funny. The Knicks now, they have just bought themselves another 50 years. They could suck for the next decade. It's never going to matter anymore. That's what it reminds me of, when the Red Sox finally got the Bambino curse over, right? And then pretty much you can suck for the rest of the time. You won your championship. The Knicks, they got carte blanche from here on out. It doesn't make a difference what Dolan does or what this team does. From this point on, guys like Brunson, who gave up $113 million to be able to get guys around him they could win. Well, they won. He is not going to take another discount anytime soon. So, enjoy it. But I don't think this was ever about building a dynasty for the Knicks. I think it was about finally getting that, 52, 53 years. Can we please win a championship? And they've done that. They'll milk this thing for another decade now.
That's all. That's what it's all about. Win one. Just win one. Winning two is really hard these days. They did it. Brunson's the New York God for the rest of his life. So you're
how are you going to do that with the way the NBA is set up? You can't go out and just keep replacing veterans and going out. You're never going to suck long enough to get enough draft picks to rebuild. So it is what it is. The NBA created it that way.
Two more quick things. The Wizards can't stop wizarding. Trae Young just declines his option and says, I'm going to be a free agent. I mean, is he really
the worst thing in the world, though?
No, he's not. I promise you're not saying no to $50 million unless there's $200 million coming right after that. So I guarantee you there's an extent, may not be with the Wizard, but he knows there's somebody going to give him the money that he wants. Otherwise, there's no way you turn down $50 million.
I mean, in this NBA with the second apron, how are you going to turn down $50 million? Who's giving out $50 million contracts
They have 17-year-olds on the team. That entire team outside of Trae Young has about 2 years worth of experience. So they can afford to pay at least one guy, the max. And I wouldn't give it to Trae Young. But if you got the money, you might as well spend it because that's looking like what the Wizards. If this team doesn't make the postseason next year with all of what they got coming their way, just sell the franchise, burn it, move it. Maybe they should get relegated at that point. No. Kick him out.
And finally, Dan, can we pull up the shoe? Your thoughts?
Yeah, what do we got
on this is Caitlin Clark's
Caitlin
first
Clark's,
shooting.
yeah.
For shooting. Scale of 1 to 10, Joe.
Funny, I have a friend that bought these and then made 3 3-pointers in a row, and that's it. So apparently, your perimeter game goes through the roof the minute you put these $150 sneakers on. I don't. But hey, listen, if it helps you shoot, will they help me make a 6-foot birdie? If they do, I'll buy them. I'll tell you that right now. So
I like them. I think they're good.
Yeah.
I give them 7.5. I think they're pretty slick. So
good. Make some threes.
Yeah. All right. Well, Joe, thanks for joining us. Appreciate you as always. And
enjoy,
nice
guys.
Guests that can impromptu go off on some tangents and topics. Appreciate you, Joe.
But that's what's great when Joe comes on is you can throw anything at Joe and he has a take on it. It's one of the best things. Check out the best betting show ever and see him give all the takes against Prez whenever Prez actually decides to show up. But great show. Reason more to hit that like button and subscribe.
So Liberty Poker says, hey guys, can I get that 6-star 10 diamond super lock pick this week, please? Yeah. So we do Hammer Thursday with Yanni, which is just a kind of a ridiculous play. And I found a good one on social media. So we're rolling with, it's MLB parlays are just always a great idea. So
they're just the best, Andy. They're
they're
the gift that keeps on giving. Now I will say, Andy, the same game parlays that you've cooked up before we transitioned over to the World Cup for a couple of weeks here for your SGP that people can catch on the channel every day. Those actually have been good. But don't you worry. You need a 6-star, 10 diamond super lock pick this week, Andy. You know it has to be.
Thursday Hammer. All right.
Yeah, baby.
Pull it up here. We got a free VIP play. The odds are so bad. He's taking the Braves money line with the New York Mets +2.5. That's your free
Nothing
VIP
like an
play.
alt line. Nothing like an alt +2.5 line to get you going.
All right. So, I mean, you want to try and parlay something, you better be getting +200, but only getting +121 on this is absolutely horrific. So horrible
but at
odds.
least he made an AI slop graphic for the folks. At least he made that. So yes. Now, just to clarify, Andy, the Thursday Hammer section of the show is a joke. It is a joke.
Oh yeah.
If that thing hits, we will be taking credit for it. So that being said,
add it onto the record. So, all right, there's your +121 10-unit whale banger Thursday Hammer. All right, we got to bring in Andrew McInnis and get our CFL. So,
yeah, baby.
Andrew, what'd you think of the Thursday Hammer?
I love it. I love the energy behind it. That's what I love the most from it. And no, good stuff, guys. Because I love the daily segments, the giveaways you guys are doing. The free pick off the top of the show. I love how it goes, guys.
Appreciate it. So Andrew, we got to talk a little CFL because it's CFL season, and so sometimes the sport can be really, really gettable. So before we get into the specific game, what are some of the storylines in CFL we're looking forward for this season?
Good question.
Well, Andy, it kind of correlates betting storylines. I'll tell you. Good luck betting an under. So it kind of correlates with the segment we're about to get into. We're about to get a little dangerous here on the show today. But we have seen only one under so far this season through 6 games. And that under lost by a hook. So, I mean, people are just auto betting the over. But you know what? The storyline, Andy, parity. That's what I can give you right now. And it's fantastic to see. I think back to a couple years ago, opening week CFL, week 2 CFL, whatever it might be. You've got teams laying a touchdown, right? Teams laying, up to even close to double digits. And this year, I mean, you look at this week as an example, we've got one game that was around a field goal. The rest of them are close to pick. So it's great to see the parity around the league. And for such a small league, it's probably good to have that.
That's interesting. I thought I saw somebody on X talk about, or on Twitter talk about, like, it's just all over. So let's talk about the BC Lions and Hamilton Tiger Cats. Close game, pretty close to a pick 'em over under 58.5. Woo. What are they playing, 6 quarters? What's going on here, Andrew? Break this game down.
Andy, I've got even better news for you as we look at odds logic right now. 59.5 is becoming the consensus number.
Oh my God.
We're going to go the other way. We are going to go with the under. You know, I said
go.
On the betting blueprint on Tuesday. We'll see if I end up getting it in me to do it. And I got it in me to do it. We're going to go the other way with the under. 59.5. You can get that. 58.5. I will live with it. As far as BC is concerned, talented team. Would be shocked to see them go 0-2 to start off their season. But they got hit with the injury bug early on here. And I'll tell you what, this Ticats team, they're one of the teams that I actually do have their home field advantage ranked pretty high. So I don't think they're going to go 0-2 to start at home either. But I feel like both teams can run the ball. And as much as running the ball doesn't always mean unders, it can kill the clock. Now, as Nate Rourke can throw the ball, it's important because the offensive line's gotten a lot weaker over the last year for them to establish the run game. That could help us out with the under. The lack of receivers will make them want to be a little bit more careful. You know, they don't have those same deep threats they had last week with Javon Catoy and several guys getting injured. So that kind of plays a factor. And just from a simple numbers perspective here, guys, we saw 48s, we saw 50s, we saw 51.5s, 52.5s. And then, as you said, with your energy there, Andy, how many quarters are we playing here? We're talking 58.5, 59.5 now. It's definitely a bold move with these two teams. Specifically, I would say the Hamilton Tiger Cats. But I'm going to go the other way, look towards the under. And I will say, you know, we do our show on Tuesdays, the betting blueprint with of course, Bobby and Terry. And I like doing it early because you get the opening lines. But of course, you think about it more and more. Some of these games throughout the week, you gather information. And the more information we've gotten, there hasn't been much movement as far as this number. So as much as I tell you guys that the numbers move in the CFL, sometimes they're just late to react. So they haven't really reacted at all to any of this injury information. I'm going to give you 2 plays, side and total. We're going to go with the home team plus 1.5, and we'll go with the under in this game as well.
Looking ahead to this weekend, you got anything Saturday? Who's playing? Any look aheads?
Yeah, I want to talk Toronto and Ottawa here, guys. This is a game, I think it's the exact opposite, I would argue, as the last game we just broke down. I actually do have a big play up at WagerTalk for this one on the side here. But you got the Redblacks. They're in a pretty good situation. They're coming off a bye, early season bye. And some people might say, well, early season, you know, is there really a rest advantage? The advantage here, guys, is the fact that, you know, they have a new coach, and he's one of the more well-respected coaches in the Canadian football game. So getting that bye week in just week 2 is beneficial for them to get things going. Also a younger quarterback as well. Toronto, they put up 400-plus passing yards last week and lost. Chad Kelly, he got all 3 check boxes, guys. He had a great passing game. He threw an interception, and he got in a shoving match with his head coach on the sideline. So he did it really all. But look, this is one of those games where the over bettors are going to love. You know, so I'm giving you an under in the previous game, gave you a side in the previous game. 54.5. I think this one's too low. I think we could see the Argos and the Redblacks get into an absolute shootout. There are talented receivers with the Redblacks. As long as Jake Mayer can keep the ball in play, make some good decisions, we could see some great highlights in this one. So I'm going to go over 54.5 here. I don't think the books have adjusted here. I think the Argos are going to be one of those teams that has a great offense this year. It's just a matter of if their defense can get them stops and make big plays for them. So as I mentioned, 5-1 on the season to the overs. Based on World Cup stuff going on in Canada, there's only been 6 games, which is quite unfortunate. But this is the first week with 4 games on the slate, and it's a triple header on Saturday. 1 game on Friday, 3 games on Saturday. So we're going to rock with the over 54.5 Argos and Redblacks, and we do have a big play on the side in this game.
Nice. Tell them about that. Tell them what show you're on, and tell them about the big play, and then I want to get your thoughts on the Packers coming up this season.
All right. So 6-2 start to the CFL season. That's number 1 at the website. It was kind of a slow start to the week last week, 0-2 start. Then we really picked it up, hitting our props. We went 3-0 with the props, and then we crushed the 5% play on the over in the Saskatchewan and BC game. So that's been fantastic. The show Tuesday, CFL Betting Blueprint, Terry Edelman, Bobby DeBow, we're breaking things down. We're talking about what we learned the previous week, what we can expect with the lines, where they should go. And we're giving you guys breakdowns on all the games. That's posted every single Tuesday evening to the WagerTalk TV YouTube channel. And last week, I gave you guys a full season coupon code. Well, today we have a 30-day coupon code. If you don't want to dip your toes completely in the water, I guess jump right into the pool, dip your toes here. The promo code CFL30, that's CFL30, promo code for a 30-day pass. And, CFL is one of those sports that I feel very comfortable being relatively high volume here, guys. You're going to get a lot of plays within those 4 weeks. $50 off a CFL pass for 30 days. That's promo code CFL30, 6-2 start to the season.
Awesome. All right, your Packers. I'm seeing 9.5 as their season. That seems a little low. I know it's a tough division, but man, it's a little juicy. -140. You liking your Packers this year?
Andy, I remember last year whenever you and I talked props together and we were talking about my Packers, it was all just about the injury bug. It was like, can this team stay healthy? And then I had some people talk to me about the last contract extension. And I'm like, look, maybe we don't have a number one, but we've got like a lot of number twos as far as the receiving department is concerned. And I like depth, I like depth. So if you can overcome that, I think defense is underrated. I think that number is a little bit low. So I would go over here. And I think a lot of people do deserve credit. There was a little bit of a Jordan Love drop off, but at the same time, there were so many injuries last year. How can we blame him? So I think this team goes over the total. And I can't wait to be back talking NFL props with you, Andy. And it's not July yet, but before we know it, summer will be here and gone, and you and I will be breaking things down on primetime.
I mean, it's coming up, man. Preseason is
rapidly.
Sneakily, yeah, it's like less than 2 months away, isn't it? Like it's wild. So
and nothing's better than you and I on like a Monday night with two shit teams trying to figure out what our props are going to be.
Yes.
For the views, we know who gets us the views, but the bottom teams, that's where the props really come in. They
do. You get the Jets facing the Vikings on Monday Night Football, and we're gonna have some interception props.
And speaking of props, Andy, I gotta say this. I told you last week I want you jumping in with me on the props for CFL, guys.
Oh yeah,
four of the 6 quarterbacks last week passed for over 400 yards. And the numbers were like 280 for the passing yards, like 280, 285, and they put up 400 yards. Like I had a passing prop last week that hit with 10 minutes to go in the third quarter of the game.
Why are the offenses that good or just horrible defenses? It's got to be a combination of both, I guess. Man.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know. So overs are dominating. There's a new play clock rule, but then we actually dove into it, and it's only giving people 3 more plays per game. So it's not like it's that beneficial. But curious to see if the markets adjust on the CFL player props, guys.
It's so funny. All right. Well, you don't you threaten me with a good time with another props market we can bet. So all right, Andrew McInnis, good job. Thank you very much. Great breakdowns on CFL. Let's see. Before we get out of here, Dan, a lot of good specials up on the website. I do have to tell you guys, the prop line has been going great this week. We're doing a same game parlay every single day for World Cup. I've already recorded a few, and those are going to go up. And we're even doing weekend shows on that one. So they're quick hitters, but the same game parlays are a lot of fun. Good breakdown. Even if you don't play the exact one, we got some good information on that. So that's on the YouTube channel, and good specials. Got 3 days, get 3 free. We're locked and loaded. We got WNBA tonight. We've got World Cup play that goes off tonight as well. So it's a really good time to check us out. It's just $69, and we got a loaded weekend. Very bettable NASCAR race. Do you know where they're racing this weekend, Dan?
No, where
this is wild. They're racing at a naval base. They've never done this before. They built a road course on this Navy base, and the drivers are saying this is like the hardest road course that they've ever raced on. Like it's brutal.
Wow.
It's just they said it's just like one of the hardest road courses.
And we're
So,
Andy in auto racing. We're fresh off one of the biggest, if not the biggest, auto racing weekend that we've ever had at WagerTalk. So yeah, folks, that buy 3 get 3 days free, going to get you all kinds of World Cup action. As Andy said, any of our daily stuff, we still got cricket rocking. So that's a great way to get in. WT.buzz/AL and grab that prop for tonight in that Canada game.
yeah, absolutely. So we got bare knuckle. That is tomorrow. Just waiting for lines to come out on FanDuel. Then probably could be out tonight. And we'll have that up as well as US Open. So, all right, great show. Thank you very much, chat. Thank you very much, Joe and Andrew. Great show. Let's root on Czech over South Africa. I got to be honest, Dan, this Czech defense is not giving me a whole lot of confidence. But
yeah, but hey, now. at least we're sitting. We scored in the 6th minute. So yeah, let's get to halftime. Let's recoup a little bit, and then let's maybe change our positioning there. We just got I think we'll be just fine. Let's get a couple more people in the back third, and then we'll be just good.
One more goal from Czech, and
we'll be feeling good.
So, good. All right, we'll see everyone tomorrow to get everyone ready for a monster weekend of betting. Join us same time, same place. Good luck on your bets. See you tomorrow. Take care.